Now that I have my paper prepared, my name is on the back. I have tape trees, 5, that come all the way down, not off my paper. And I have a landline that's over the bottom of my trees, so they look like they're standing tall and growing out of the ground. It's time for me to paint my sky. Our skies are going to be either warm or cool colors. And you can mix the colors and work with them however you want, but make sure that they're only warm or only cool, only a sunrise or only a sunset. For my example, I'm feeling like making a really orange and yellow sunrise, but perhaps you might want to do a cool color sunset. That's totally up to you. The first thing I need to do is get my brush wet. When I'm using watercolors, I have to have my brush wet. So you put your brush in, do a little dance, and come out. It should be dripping with water. When we get our sets wet, the first time you can let it be drippy. Otherwise, you will need to wipe it off. But for the first one, I want it to be drippy, and I'm going to bring it to the colors I'm going to use in my paints. I'm going to use warm. So I put some drops of water in my red, I put some drops of water in my orange, and in my yellow. If it looks a little dirty like my yellow was, when I spin, it starts to clean up. So now I would be ready to go. I'm going to come over, and remember to get my salt technique as well. My salt, I need to keep it really, really wet. So I'm going to think about the colors. I want yellow down here like the sun's about to peek out. Then I'm going to go to orange and red, and I can mix them together. But I need to work quickly, otherwise my salt is not going to show up. So I do some spins, probably 5 in my yellow, and I need to be careful of my landline. If I'm painting way down in the bottom, is it going to look like a snowy ground? No, it's going to look a mess. So I'm going to be really careful and follow this line first so that I know I can work all around it. I want that sunny bottom, so spin, put some more yellow down there so it looks sunny, bring it up a little higher. Now I'm ready to add some orange. So I rinse my brush, I don't want that yellow anymore, wipe it, because now I'm not getting my set wet, wipe it, and get some orange, 5 or 6 spins, and now I can paint right here, and I can mix them together if I want. Ooh, I like that color. I think I'm going to keep doing that, so some more spins, bring it over here. I'm trying to work quickly, but I don't want to rush and be messy. I don't want you to look at my picture and be like, oh wow, they painted that in 5 minutes. We want it to look really good. I want to make sure that these little spots by the tape are covered up, so it really looks like the trees, those birch trees are so smooth. And it's looking a little dry, so I need more water. And I'm going to bring just that water down. And even just the water moves all this paint around my picture. I'm being gentle with my brush. Even if I'm moving quickly, I'm not smashing it. I'm just going gently back and forth. And I can go right over the tape, and I want to make sure I go all the way to the ground line. I don't want it to look like I forgot a spot. And now I'm going to rinse my brush, and I'm going to do the red on the top. And I like it, but you know, for me, I think it's a little dark, so I'm going to add a little orange to the top. I can always mix these colors up, which is so fun in watercolors. So there's all the red that I want. And now I'm going to dip my brush and bring a little more orange into that sky, just to mix it up, make it more fun for me and my artwork. You don't have to use all 3 colors. Maybe you want all red sky, all orange sky. You're the artist, you get to decide. Okay, it should be nice and wet. I'm going to rinse my brush and make sure it's not having any color left in it. And just really quick, just really lightly, I want to make sure it's nice and wet. So I'm adding a little more water. Just clean brush, a little more water so it's ready to go. You can see that my yellow is pretty dry because it's not really even moving with my water on it. Okay, it's really wet again. And I'm ready to go with my salt. Just about 2 pinches should do it for my sky. I want snow falling everywhere, not in one big pile. So I'm going to really try and do my pinches all over the sky because I don't want it to look like there's just one clump that's falling. I want it to look like it's snowing out. All right. I can tell that here I have really good salt technique because it's already changing colors, and now I need to just let it dry, pack up my supplies so that I can take off the tape and look at the amazing techniques that I've done in my picture next week.